Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves another quality check. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right. So we're over here at Oakville, and we're going to do ourselves a quality check. And that's looking down each and every panel of the Model Y, and we're going to be seeing if there's any defects that catches our eye. So let's first off examine the left panel. And then we're going to take a look at the hood. And we're going to move on to the right side. So far, we're looking good so far. Here's a look at the VIN. Here's a look at the rims. This is the black dual motor with the upgraded rims. Look at the new console and heated steering wheel. So the driver's side, we're looking good so far. Nothing that catches our eye. Let's do the test. See if the door is flush, and the door is flush. So we're looking great. Back is also looking great. Now let's look right here at this panel right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's see the charger door is flush. And it's not. If you look over here, look to the corner there. You see the charger door is not flush, but that can easily be fixed. That's a very simple problem, and nothing to complain about. The dual motor badge, long range, black, and I actually prefer the Model Y in either black or red. Those are my two favorite colors. Now the right side door, let's see if it's flush. And yes, it is flush. Looking at this panel up here, beautiful. See, that's exactly what we want to see. So, one great Model Y so far gets a pass. Definitely would take delivery. Now let's move on to our next Model Y. And this is also another black Model Y. So let's start off by looking off here at the left light and then moving on to the right side. Taking a look at the hood. Perfect. Take a look at the rims. Let's take a look at the VIN. Moving on to the driver's side. So there's nothing that catches our eye so far. We're looking good. New console, new interior. This is door. So this door is not aligned. It's just out a little bit. Needs a minor adjustment. So that's one problem that we found so far. Is that this door right here? Yeah, it's out a little bit. So needs one minor adjustment. Up here, this gap is great. 2 thumbs up. The trunk, beautiful. Is it charger door flush? It's good enough. Gets a pass. So with this one, it has just the left side door so far. Uh-oh. I want you to take a look at this. Look at that. See, that is not aligned, and that's definitely, I don't even have to do the door test. I already know it's not aligned. Yeah. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So this door definitely needs some work done. So it looks like this is a common problem, common issue that Tesla seems to be having, and they haven't gotten a fix or found a fix for that. So we got one good Model Y and one that doesn't get a pass. Needs definitely needs some work. So let's move on to the next Model Y. So this is the all gray Model Y. And let's start off by looking off at the left light and then examine the bumper. Then we're going to look at the hood. Then we're going to move on to the right side. Take a look at the wheels, and these are the hubcaps. And they do have some nice pair of wheels underneath. And look at this VIN. So moving on over here, examining the door. This is a later VIN. So let's do the door test. And it's not flush. Now let's do this test to see if it's flush. And it's not flush, so it needs an adjustment. That gap there is fine, but the problem over here is just look at this trunk gap over here. So that definitely needs some work. And is this charger door? Oh, yes, it is aligned. Okay, so we're moving on to the rear. No complaints in the rear. Nothing that catches your eye. Beautiful. So yeah, so this trunk over here has to be adjusted and definitely needs some work. So let's check if the rear door is flush. And this is actually in a little bit, so it does need some minor adjustments and does need some work. So this definitely needs some work. Some work needs to be done. Let's take a look at this Model Y. And looking over here at the left light, examine the front. Now let's take a look at the hood. Let's take a look at the left light. And everything looks good so far. So let's take a look at the VIN. And these are the rims that are underneath the hubcaps. So let's check the driver's side door. Look at the interior. So it looks like they're all coming with the new console. Now let's see if the driver's side door is flush. And it's, yeah, it is flush. It's good. Let's take a look at the rear to see if it's flush. Okay, it does need a minor adjustment. And so I definitely would have a problem with accepting it. And that right there is a problem. If you look at this panel over here and this panel over here, it looks like this panel is bent down a little bit. So they definitely have to do an adjustment. And if you look at this trunk over here, you can almost see inside. So definitely there's a problem with the seal of this trunk. So I would definitely complain to my sales agent, and I definitely would not. I would have problems with this vehicle. And also, this charger door is not flush. Let's take a look at the rear. All right, so moving on to this side. And this side, it's not that bad, but on the other side, has a whole lot of problems. So let's do the door test to see if the door is flush. And no, the door's poked out a little bit. So these doors need to be adjusted. So this common problem continues to happen. And it looks like Tesla needs to get their act together because these problems have been happening for a while. So this is not a pass. All right, so we're doing a quality check. So first off, we're going to start off by looking at the left panel here. And then we're going to move on over here to the right side panel to make sure that everything is all even and the hood is all even and there's no big panel gaps. Then we're going to take a look at the rims. Then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna start off with the driver's side panel, and we're gonna look over here. We're gonna look up and side down to make sure all the panels are nice and even. And this is the new Model Y with the new console. So when I'm doing a quality check, what I like to do is I like to run my finger from this door over here to this door to see if they're flush. And if they're flush, and if they're flush, that means that the car was built perfectly. So far it's passing the quality test. So now we're gonna move on to the rear, and we're gonna do the same thing over here in the rear. And it's flush. And then we're gonna look up here to see how big the gap over here is.
It's a big gap, no?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a big gap, but with some minor adjustments, if you're able to tell your sales agent during delivery, they can adjust the trunk, and you can see that hole right here. See, that's not right. See, that's something I would complain about during delivery. So I would make sure that once I'm taking delivery, I'm going to do a walk around the vehicle a few times, check each and every panel, and we're going to see if this charger door is flush. Charger door is flush. So this vehicle has minor issues. It has the door, it has that gap that's a little bit big that needs to be adjusted. But so far we're looking good. So far this dual motor Model Y we're looking good. So moving on to over here, we're gonna check over here, and then we're gonna look all around the vehicle, and then we're gonna compare that panel over there to this panel. And over here, you can tell that this gap is a lot thinner than that gap over there. So you can tell that somebody put this on not properly, and that's something that I would definitely complain about to my sales rep during delivery. And then we're gonna do a test over here. We're gonna run our finger over here from this panel to see if it's good. And it does pass. It does pass. So the only issue that we have with this vehicle is just the trunk that needs an adjustment. But besides that, this vehicle gets a 2 thumbs up. So all right. So if you're looking at getting a Model Y, now's the best time to do it. And that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, if you want to win a $50 Amazon gift card, all you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the first 1,000 subscribers will be entered into a draw to win this $50 gift card.